Super Bowl Sunday is practically a national holiday over here, garnering over 100 million viewers of each of the past 4 years.
That's right. The Winter Olympics are also around the same time, and their global reach is upwards of 2 billion viewers. And behind all of that coverage is the voice of only one man. For more on that and the rest of the world of sports, we have our very own Nico Schwegler.
That's right, Kira and Angela. Sometimes we think our own lives get chaotic, but for NBC's Mike Tirico, he's about to embark on a whirlwind of a sports adventure. I got to sit down with the man behind the mic on how he's preparing for his frenetic February.
But you embrace these opportunities to do things like this. You hope that on your professional climb that you get opportunities to do something like this. And
you might recognize the face.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the sideline.
And you've almost certainly have at least heard the voice.
Takes it away. Chalmers, Cole, James!
And in February, Mike Tirico will get the opportunity of a lifetime as the play-by-play voice of Sunday Night Basketball on the first. Then 1 week later, calling Super Bowl 60 and hosting NBC's Winter Olympics coverage on the very same day.
Then when you look at the logistics and you see everything we have in February, there's never really been a collection of major events like this, especially launching an entire series with those Sunday night NBA games.
And with so many events to cover, the prep work demands precision. Some as simple as a check down.
The nice part of calling a Super Bowl is you don't have to introduce the storylines because everyone who's watching has heard about them in some way, shape, or form.
Others a bit more like Olympic weightlifting.
But I think the biggest one for me is getting your arms around the Olympics because of the number of sports and the locations. All that prep is there. And then the Olympic prep really gets done over years, months, and weeks.
And even for someone who has covered every event across the globe, the football finale has Tirico feeling like an Olympic champion.
Yeah, this is certainly the one. You know, there's only a dozen folks who've had the chance to call a Super Bowl, play-by-play of the Super Bowl on network TV in the U.S. And to be added to that list is an extreme honor.
And with all the preparation, adrenaline on game day, and the eventual travel, most would eventually burn out. But Tirico is keeping an optimistic outlook.
Well, there is no one who's ever going to complain about taking a flight to Italy, right?
Sembra perfetto, Mike. For Chapman News, I'm Nico Schwegler. And from Milan to the Mississippi, it was a messy breakup in the SEC in the Magnolia State. Number 6 Ole Miss will now be heading into the college football playoffs without former head coach Lane Kiffin. After 6 seasons in Oxford, Kiffin is bound for the Bayou as the new coach of conference rivals, the LSU Tigers. The welcome in Baton Rouge, a warm one, and a far cry from the dismissal he received earlier that day leaving Mississippi. And for Kiffin, the mission is clear in Louisiana.
Our program here at LSU will be designed top to bottom to be the #1 destination for elite players in all of America. That's why we're here.
Ole Miss clinched their first ever playoff appearance with their win on Saturday against state rivals Mississippi State. And defensive coordinator Pete Golding will take the reins for the Rebels for the rest of the season. And elsewhere, from the Deep South to the Middle East, Formula One is prepared for its most frenzied finish in nearly 15 years. The only way to have watched the Qatar Grand Prix was on the edge of your seat. A major crash early in the race flipped the script for expected winners McLaren, who had to pivot their strategy. And seeing the opportunity, Red Bull's Max Verstappen seized the moment to take the top spot as championship leader Lando Norris fell all the way down to 4th place. Now, all eyes turn to this weekend in Abu Dhabi as we get a 3-way battle entering the final race for the first time since 2010. McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri hope to dethrone Verstappen, who eyes his 5th consecutive title on Sunday. And a former NFL star is the force behind a new private school here in OC that focuses on sports, academics, and discipline. Chapman News reporter Caroline Cheng has that story.
No, yeah, it doesn't make sense though.
Mike talks a good game, yet he failed all his classes.
Oh, that's cool.
I was just a kid running around, nobody paying attention to me, didn't even know how to work out. Later on in my life, allowed me to come through the hoops and make it to the NFL. we're just starting these kids early to teach them that stuff. So that increases their chances of succeeding in what they want to do.
Manasseh Jesse Sapolu is a 4-time Super Bowl champion with the San Francisco 49ers. After he retired from the NFL in 1997, he wanted to give back to his community here in Southern California. He is the founder of Sapolu Destined Academy. Opened just a year ago in Anaheim, the school is located inside what was a small office building. With 43 students in grades 6th to 9th, the academy seeks to give students the chance to pursue their dreams in sports while also requiring that they stay focused in the classroom.
If you don't make it in sports, make sure that you're good enough in school academically so that you can start a career.
At SDA, they'll create vision boards on the first day they're here, and these vision boards will have the dreams and values of the student athletes they would like to become. Jesse also pays honor to his Samoan culture in the curriculum, which offers a Samoan heritage class. Seanoa Te'o is an 8th grader and the student council president at SDA. She trains in both flag football and volleyball, but also says she values being able to learn more about her culture.
I wanted to come here mostly because I love the Samoan heritage class. Like, I love learning about my culture, more knowing where I came from, and then also knowing that I'll get better here every day because of the sports training, and then the people who you're with, they all have goals too, and you're all trying to go to the same place, and we all just help build each other up every day.
Every morning, students spend 2 hours training before their classes. In smaller groups, they're able to get more one-on-one with their coaches, and each student athlete has a workout regimen that is specifically designed for them. SDA also offers a nutrition class for the student athletes and training for public speaking, so they gain confidence to maybe one day handle media interviews with ease.
More than just playing the game, like, you need to know where you're at, you need to know where your teammates are at so the team can work together.
I don't want them to put limits on themselves. You know, I want them to shoot for the moon.
Principal Lila Sapolu, Jesse's daughter, tells me students come from as far as LA County and South OC, even the Inland Empire, to attend SDA. The academy has a shuttle service which transports students to the school in Anaheim, and 100% of students receive tuition assistance.
I say no to somebody, to a student athlete that wants to come here. That's me saying no to me.
They know that some families they just can't pay the whole tuition, but so they provide like a system where for fundraisers we can get like $1,000 to pay to our tuition to help us and help our families so they don't have to struggle as much.
The school foundation raises money to help students with the cost of attendance. If you're interested in donating, you can scan the QR code on your screen. This is Caroline Chang reporting for Chapman News.
The Super Bowl legend always giving back, and with melodrama upon melodrama to cap off the final month of the year, and the excitement will only continue to rage on into 2026. This has been the Panther Sports Roundup. I'm Nico Schwegler, and I'll send it back to you at the desk, Angela and Kira.